Now I want to do more about cover drawing a tangent a little more, but this time we are going to see some scenarios, um, that how we can draw a tangent from a point, and depending upon the location of that point, by location I mean it can be outside the circle, it can be inside the circle, or it can be on the circle. So we want to know, can we draw a tangent? How I mean, what happens when we try drawing lines through these points, or line to this point? Can we draw a tangent, and how many tangents can we draw? Okay, so let's try. So first is we can consider a point inside the circle, then we can do it on the circle, then outside the circle. And for each case you have three scenarios. So you take a point, let's say you take a point inside the circle, then you can try passing a line through that point. Let's see, can we draw a tangent when we pass a line through that point inside the circle? Or then you can try drawing a line to that point, maybe we are able to draw a circle. And the third scenario, you can try drawing a line from that point to see whether we can draw a tangent or not. So we will consider here three scenarios, and we'll see one by one all three scenarios for these three cases. So this is the first one. We are considering a point inside the circle. So first I try to draw a line from the point. Clearly, if I draw a line from a point inside the circle, it is going to somewhere is going to intersect the circle. So that's not the definition of a tangent or a tangent. It should touch the circle, but it should move away from it. But it intersects the circle. It doesn't intersect or go inside the circle. This line is inside the circle, so this is not a tangent. Then I try drawing a line. I want to draw a line here like we did for a tangent outside the circle when we just touched a point on the circle, because this is inside the circle. So I want to see, can I touch the circle just like that, just one point, and then I don't touch any other point on the circle. I can try like this. I can draw this line, and then I want to touch this point, the pink one, the blinking one. So it doesn't matter how much or what I try. I'm not going to just touch the point and not intersect the circle. Either way, I mean, even if you just touch the point there and don't go beyond that point where the pink point was blinking, but if you consider the other side, if you extend that line, it will intersect the circle. So again, it is not going to be a tangent because it intersects the circle. So when I take a point inside the circle, I get no tangent. But I can try drawing on the circle. So here is a point, and first I try drawing a line through it. So obviously it is going to go inside the circle. A tangent will not go inside the circle, so it is not going to be a tangent when I pass a line through it. Then I can try drawing a line from it towards it may come from out of the circle or go inside the circle. But then again, it doesn't make sense, because if you just draw a line outward to the outside of the circle, it's not exactly won't exactly be a tangent. Rather, you can also extend that line and then it will go inside. And if you do the same, just draw a line from here to the inside of the circle, again, if you extend that line further, I mean on the opposite direction, it will intersect the circle. So it's not really making sense to draw a line from this point and then considering it a tangent. It is not going to be a tangent. It is going to be a case of passing through the point. So drawing from a point is not going to get us a tangent either. But what if you draw a line to the point? Yes, and we already know it, that we can draw a tangent to a point, and at one point we cannot draw only one tangent. Okay, now I consider a point. So the conclusion of this scenario is that you can draw only one tangent at a point. Then I tried drawing line from outside the circle. So you can pass a line through it, but the point is not really touching the circle, so there is really no use drawing a line through it, or drawing a line, even drawing a line to it, because if it doesn't touch the circle, then there is really no point drawing a line through it and to it. So, but we can try drawing line from it, because when I draw line from it, they interact with the circle, and I want to see, can I draw a tangent, or can I draw tangents from this line? Let's see. So I first draw a central line, and if you look at it, I can move two ways from this point. I can move in all directions, but as far as my circle is concerned, I can move in two directions, one up and down from this point. So I keep drawing these lines. I don't really see anything very useful here. Am I getting something? No. This time I get something, a tangent, and this direction too. So now you know that if I draw a line from a point outside the circle, I'm going to get at least two tangents. And you know that I can draw only one tangent at a point on circle. So I'm going to get at least two tangents. So let's consider these points at P and Q. But can I draw more tangents? I cannot draw one more tangent at point P or point Q, because there can be only one tangent at a point. But can I draw a line from this point, this pink point I took outside the circle, and connect it and touch it somewhere on the circle? Let's say, can I touch it at point R so that I can draw one more circle? Well, let's try doing that. No, because if I move even if a little away from point P, then I'm going to go outside the circle. I'm not going to, after that I'm not going to interact with the circle. So there is only point P. At point P I'm going to stop my interaction with the circle. So beyond that point, if I keep drawing lines, I'm not going to touch the circle. So if I'm not going to touch the circle, I'm not going to get a tangent. So from outside a point, I can draw most two tangents to a circle. And there is a very interesting theorem that is associated with these tangents, the tangent we draw from outside the circle, and we are going to learn about it in theorem 10.2.